Coming up in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make an orange and pear mojito. This is the first of a few videos featuring ODK Pear Puree. I did stick out a poll on our community feed asking which kind of flavours to focus on first. You Pear won it by a landslide, so we've got a few recipes coming up over the next few videos. But what I'm going to try and do, certainly for the next few months, to give you even more inspiration, not rock out more videos, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you other cocktail inspiration as well. So do keep an eye on our community feed on YouTube. Just go to our YouTube homepage, our channel page, you'll see community tab up there and just dive down. And I'm going to stick some kind of like carousel pictures, maybe inspiration, other cocktails, with the different purees going on there. So you might only get 2 to 3 videos a week with that, but there'll be plenty of other inspiration for you on the channel. Remember the community tab on there. And as always, as I always say, if you do make any of our cocktails, make sure you take a photo of them, upload them to Instagram if you use Instagram, and then tag us at Drink Stuff in the actual photo, and then that'll live on our tagged feed as well. And then we can share some of the best ones to our stories. So let's dive into showing you how to make it. Right, so the ingredients we're going to use for this cocktail, obviously it's a bit of a different riff this, Cointreau. Why don't we use Cointreau or orange liqueurs as basis for our cocktails more often? They're lovely, absolutely lovely. They're proper full strength. I can never remember, 40% ABV, so it's a proper full strength liqueur, orange flavour. Orange and pear goes really, really well together, obviously. So we've got Cointreau there, Grand Marnier, triple sec, whatever you've got there, your really nice sort of orange liqueur. The ODK Pear Puree there. Mediterranean tonic, I love using Mediterranean tonic instead of soda water in kind of mojitos and Collins and things like that. Just gives it a lovely kind of sort of citrusy kind of edge to the cocktail. Really, really gorgeous. We've got a lime, I've got some mint, obviously it's a mojito. And then just purely for inspiration, I've just I'm going to bring a few different random bitters in from home from time to time. These are today's black pepper and cardamom. Black pepper, I love that kind of just elevates, you know, we use black pepper a lot when we're cooking, but I find black pepper with a bit of fruit really elevates those flavours. And obviously we've got cardamom in there. Cardamom goes really well with pear anyway. So the bitters, as I say, just purely for inspiration, you don't have to use them at all. I'm just going to give you kind of different little riffs because that's what I'm all about. So we're going to make this cocktail straight in a glass if I can find it. Let's get my lime. I'm just going to squeeze in the juice of a whole lime. Don't have to measure too much for this. It will be roughly sort of, you know, it depends how juicy your limes are, to be fair, but anywhere between 15 mil, 25 mil, whatever. Just these are pure. If you're using, my thing is, if you're using like out and out proper rum, then try and get those ratios right, because that does kind of make a difference. But when you're using lots of different fruity stuff, it doesn't really matter too much in a grand scheme of things, unless you're selling them for like 15, 20 pound a pop. If you're just making them home, it really doesn't matter, I promise you. Right, so next up I'm going for some pear puree. Again, this will be adjust to taste. I'm going to use about 20 mil here, just slightly over, so slightly under a full shot, 25 mil. I'm just going for about 20 mil of pear puree, which is absolutely lovely from ODK. Let's give you a little close-up while I'm doing that. Gorgeous, gorgeous stuff, this. So about 20 mil of pear puree in there. Then while I've got my jigger in my hand, I'm going to go for the booze. I'm just going to rinse the jigger out, essentially. So I'm going to go for a double measure. So 25 and 50. Lovely. So that's got rid of that. Next up, we want our mints. So just get some decent mint. Tesco's have started to get some better mint in again now, so Moroccan mint. Why it went off, I don't know, but there we go. We want about 8 to 10 mint leaves, so I'll use that and that for the garnish at the end. So we know what the drill is with mint, don't we? Palm your hand, give it a spank, and just drop that in there. We don't need to muddle mint. You're going to get the bitterness out. You just want those nice, delicate, fresh aromas. Bitters, while I'm here, let's give you a quick close-up on those again. As I say, Miss Better's black pepper and cardamom. You just literally need about a pipette like that. Can you see that? About a third of a pipette, which would be about 1 dash of that. So just kind of, you know, play about, use the different ingredients, just play about, use your own riffs. And then just to top up, we are going to go with Mediterranean tonic water. Be about half the can, maybe slightly over. I always half fill the glass. So it's probably about 100 ml. These are 150 ml cans, so probably 2/3 of a glass. You don't want to use dilute it down too much, water it down too much, just kind of enough just there. I have got some crushed ice here, so I'm just going to top up with a little bit of crushed ice and take a long bar spoon, wherever mine's gone, there it is, and just give it a churn, bring all that sort of the lime juice, the puree, you've got puree at the bottom there, so you kind of have to blend it in. Bring that puree up to the top, give it a good stir around. Lovely. You don't need any sugar, extra sugar for this. So depending what cocktails you're making, sometimes you'll have to add a little, like 5 to 10 ml of sugar syrup just to balance out the ODK purees. Same with the morning stuff. But it's really up to you. There is no right or wrong. It's your own personal taste. That's all we're saying. Then sprig of mint, and then you can, if you want, I've got them here, you can kind of use that as your garnish. But there we go. There's an orange and kind of orange and pear mojito. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, that's sensationally good.